Hello, my name is Tim Robinson, and I'm the Heating, Air Conditioning, and Ventilation Instructor at Florida Gateway College. For the next few minutes, we're going to show you some demonstrations of what you'll learn here in the program. If you are looking for a career to help someone beat the heat or coming out of the cold in the winter, this is the place to be. So let's go along and look at the demonstrations. I'm with Toy Reed here. Toy is going to show you how to solder and braze copper piping that we use in the HVAC field. Toy is fixing to light the torch. This is an oxyacetylene combination used to braze refrigeration piping. He is now adjusting the flame for the proper heat to braze with. You always want to have a flame that has some noise to it. That way you know you have the correct amount of heat. You look for a good blue neutral flame. Toy now will apply heat to the copper pipe. As he applies the heat, he will apply the brazing stick. The heat of the pipe will melt the stick and seal the joint. Now he'll do the top joint. Soldering and brazing is very important because copper pipes carry the refrigerant, which facilitates the cooling of the equipment. Next, we're going to look at some refrigeration equipment we have here in the lab. What the student will be doing today is demonstrating how to calculate superheat. Superheat is very important in the refrigeration industry to protect your compressor, which is the major component in your refrigeration system. Carlos will now use the gauge manifold set, a thermometer, and calculate superheat. What we're going to do next, Carlos is going to calculate the superheat for this low temperature refrigeration system that you would find on your local convenience store or at your supermarket. He's connected the red hose to the high side, the blue hose to the low side, which are connected to the gauge manifolds. He is currently reading the system operating pressures for this unit. What he will do now is take the low side pressure and use this PT chart to convert that pressure to a temperature. What's your temperature? Minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit saturation. Now we will look at our thermometer to see what our suction line temperature is. 34 minus a negative 10, which will give us 44 degrees of superheat. So this system is now operating with 44 degrees of superheat. You will learn as you progress through this program by taking superheat readings and learning pressure characteristics of the system. You'll be able to diagnose refrigeration problems in all of your commercial refrigeration systems. Once you have finished the refrigeration portion of the course, you'll move into the electrical portion. This yellow board behind me here has actual components that come out of the actual equipment they'll be working on. And what students do here, they wire the components up using a schematic diagram. This teaches you two things: how to read schematics properly, and also teaches you the sequence of operation on the equipment. This is Adam Bates. He is one of the more advanced students in the program. Today he'll be wiring the electrical board and operating the components on the board. Today Adam has wired the electrical board with the components. He's adding the last two wires. He's connecting L1 to the line side of the contactor, L2 to the line side of the contactor. Once he's completed this, he will throw both disconnects and operate the equipment. Once the disconnects have been energized, the motors come on, and in your home or office or wherever, there would be blades connected to these fan motors, which would move the air to remove heat or to add heat to the conditioned space. Once you've completed the refrigeration portion of the course and the electrical portion, you move on to troubleshooting. A lot of the work is done in the lab, but there's also classroom time. What we have here today is a computer simulator. You learn to troubleshoot on the simulator before you move back into the lab and troubleshoot actual equipment in the lab. Now, Yoon will use the air conditioning troubleshooting simulator to troubleshoot a problem on the computer. Now, he just installed a set of gauges. Now he's going to calculate subcooling. Now he's installed a thermometer lead on the suction line to calculate superheat. This is a very important step in the troubleshooting process when diagnosing mechanical refrigeration problems. Next, he'll go to the schematic diagram where he will use the voltmeter to check voltage on his compressor. Next, he will use his amp meter to check the amperage on his compressor. And finally, he'll turn the power off and use his ohm meter to check the resistance in the contactor coil. This program allows me to put up to 30 faults into the unit. Students must complete the 30 faults before they're allowed to go into the lab and troubleshoot on live equipment. We'd like to thank you for stopping by today here at the HVAC program at Florida Gateway College. If you'd like more information on a great career, contact Carl Romano or Tim Robinson, or visit us at fgc.edu.